What up, bro crew? T-Square in the house. Trent Nader is going to be gone tonight doing the good Lord's work at youth group. So you are so lucky and blessed to have the one and only Mr. T-Squared. Guys, before we get started, smash that like button with the golden like button. Not down, but up, please. Yes, not down, but up, because that's what we need to grow in this YouTube algorithm, because it's fantastic. Hit the subscribe bell right there. You can almost scroll around where it doesn't even ring. Right, we'll have to work on it. And you'll find that, guys, in the corners right in front of you. Exactly. It should be pretty easy to locate. What's up, Juan? Yeah, I know, right, dude? I shorted Picoin today, believe it or not. The top wallets are being investigated by CoffeeZilla. No kidding. Did CoffeeZilla talk about that today on here's me in one of his videos? I didn't catch it. Or is he on X? Should I take a peek? I can throw up X real fast. We could go to X. Let me not share this. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna share screen. We're gonna go up X. We're gonna go over here. What? Yeah, I know. I'm doing stuff over here. And bada bing, bada boom. But before we go into CoffeeZilla hunt, I just wanted one of his videos on the stream. Well, we'll go see if he has anything to say on Twitter. I actually don't know if I follow him on this account. Guys, cool thing. Don't know how big a thing. Cool thing. Breaking JP Morgan settles its first transaction on a public blockchain using Chainlink and Ondo to move tokenized treasuries beyond its private network. JP Morgan, Ondo, and Chainlink. Well, legit, right? I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I'm a big Ondo guy. I actually don't own any Chainlink. Would like to own Chainlink, but you can only have so many coins in your portfolio, and Chainlink did not end up making it into mine. JP Morgan, not the biggest fan of. I'm not gonna lie, but banker's money is banker's money. Yeah, dude, I totally believe it, man. There's a lot of shady actors in here. But what did Trent say? He says, don't do Picoin because someone's gonna get hurt. CoffeeZilla, the one and only CoffeeZilla. I am following him. Okay. So he hasn't said anything yet. I'll have to try to find that video because it would be interesting to watch. What if I hit up Picoin in the thing if people have anything to say? Pi network, Picoin dumping on fans. Oh, guys, before we get started, I got a Truly today. It is 8% berry blast. It's supposed to be blackberry and raspberry and all that good stuff. Oh, also, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, that was a good pop. I came on a little early. Some people that... Oh, I think this guy's talking about what you were saying. Some people that pumped Pi are beginning to dump it, which is what you were talking about with the devs. The devs! Pi is dumping hard, and this is the only beginning. Expect extreme volatility with the Pi core team. Ecosystem announcement has nothing to do with the second migration and validator rewards. Disgruntled pioneers will start selling off and Pi will plummet. Brace for impact. So do you think is that the devs? Are you saying it is the devs? Or are you saying the top wallets, which could have been some of the people providing nodes and mining with a crap load? Yes, it is the devs. You know, that would be pretty bad if it is the devs. This is 2 days ago. 40% dump in a day, purely done by the Pi devs. Well, this guy definitely thinks the devs. This is not fun. I just hate it when projects are not transparent. I want Pi to grow, but moments like this is why they'll never win the full trust of the community. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That is pretty bad, man. I want to say I ran a community, still run a community, and have nothing but honest and as best to my knowledge of my community. You may or may not know my community someday in the future, but it is still around, believe it or not. It is still a thing. Let's go. Hopefully with this bull run, we can crush at this market too with our funds we've held for the last cycle. Our wallets are back. This in still young. This in still young. Haha, 34. Well, you're older than me. You're older than me, one. And that's cheers. Now I gotta throw up my charts. Dude, I tried to trade today, one. And it was a brutal day to try to trade. I actually didn't do too bad. I came out just below where I started today, okay? So I feel like it was pretty good because there were some pretty nasty dumps that were not in the market today. It was very choppy, you know, like this. But all the charts were saying, we could be bottom. We could be bottom. Maybe a little bit mixed messages. We could be bottom. And I'm like, okay, do I short? Do I long? Do I short? Do I long? I'm gonna get in. I'm like, oh, F. Get out. Get back in. And I wasn't trying to be emotional about it. Like some of them I actually ate crap on it. And I almost said ate ass, but I don't know if that was good for YouTube. But it wasn't the best move, but I was like, I'm not gonna chicken out. And then end up being, I should have chickened out, you know? Sometimes you know what they say, stick to your guns. And I'm still in the early stages of risk management. Like I identify like good trade setups, but I can't figure out how deep it's gonna go using TradingView, not TradingView, but Market Cipher. Like I'm better at like Crypto Lifer. He does a lot of shapes, and that I have a lot easier time measuring. It's for me, I'm trying to learn a whole nother way about it. Hey, you were telling me about BBW yesterday. BBW, what was it? BBWD? Was that what it was? What was it? What were you saying yesterday? What was it called? Oh, dude, we're going back up, bro. BBWP. We're going back up. But man, today was a suck ass day to trade though. Okay, you gotta fill me in on how this is like a crash course. Like I got video time, but I don't have like I don't know how to use it. Like, is there a video on YouTube and how to explain it? Like, what's the blue lines mean right here coming up and down? You see them? I got 4 and a gap and another one. Yeah, I see the blue lines. Unless you're talking about this green and blue, like it kind of fades in and out and then it fades in and out. Yeah, I see the individual blue lines on the sides though. I see the solid one on the bottom. Blue lines mean head down. Is that what you're saying? Because right here, these two, we headed up. But these ones, you have a lot more coming in. And now we're coming down. Red means overbought. Oh. I feel like that's backwards. I feel like I naturally would want red to be green. So I think, oh, buy time. And red to be like get out time. The more blue, the lower we go. So if this blue right here, even though we have a gap, you're thinking that we would come back down to like Bitcoin hits 101? Is that, you think that's in the realm of it? Or because what are these lines? Are these the Stokes or RSI? And because those are starting to curve up, we got like this white line down here, or this, yeah, I guess it is a white line. The white line's coming down, making a cup up, and the line that changes color is curving up. Is this line control the blue, the vertical lines? Like, you know, like when it gets really, really low, that's when those lines shoot up. Is that what that is? Is that what it is? Because I see when it goes down here, it touches this bottom blue line. We get that blue line. We got some more blue lines over there. It looks like it might have bottomed. Oh yeah, guess what? That's what that means, son. Because it didn't touch right here, but touches right here. Well, see, here's another thing. Like, you see this one, and it really didn't go. Like, that was it. That was it. It will be something. Is it like Market Cipher, where it's like the longer time frames you do it, the more reliable it is? You know, it's funny. I just realized I didn't like my own video. Should probably do that because I gotta boost myself any way I can. Get ahead of YouTube. Where's my mouse at? Come here, mouse. Yeah, there you are. You zoom in or zoom out. Okay, where are the candles? The candles not like load? Oh, here they are. All right, measure it. Well, you know what? With your blue line right here, we did get a red blood diamond. So I did play out. Actually, you got your little blue line just before the red, just before. Then over here. This might be something I have to learn to use with Market Cipher. It says going down more, going over, going down more. Then we have an X saying you should short the market. I don't think I would have shorted it because you had the VWAP coming up at the same time coming down. So I think that X would have been false. Then we go into blue. Then we go into blue. But if you held in there, you held it, you could have made profit down here. Though with the blue lines, you could see that they were still kind of curving down. They didn't quite clip that lip yet. You know what I mean? Once it hits blue, start heading back up. Oh, you're saying blue is the bottom. That's what I'm getting. It's not continuation in the downward action. Yeah, I'm on the 4 hour. And that's the case. You would hit it here. You would have showed some sign right there. It's a bottom. Then you could have made some money. You would have lost it, but then you ultimately would have came back up, and you would have been way up in profit. Right here, you'd have had a blood diamond, which would have, so the one before the blood diamond, you would have think that we would have bottomed. Then you would have had this, and you probably would have crapped your pants because it came after it. But if you just chilled out, yeah, you could have made money. That could have been money made there. The Market Cipher A is like in my face, man. I like some of it. I need to go through and like adjust it. Like I don't need the yellow lines or yellow diamonds, and I don't need that wave as much. I'm gonna turn it off for a second. You would have gotten scared right here with the 21 getting so close to the 50. It works on the 1 hour. Once it, I see what you're saying. Once it maxes out like tops, it turns red. Okay, I had it backwards earlier because I was telling you like, oh, red makes me think that you would short it. 21 crossed the 50. It actually only went down a little bit. It's kind of wild. Start playing around. What would you assign here? This probably would have been So I'm just playing around with like helping read the information we got going on in front of us. You know what? Let's start with the over outlook. Let's look at everything. Okay, I'm gonna turn my indicator back on A, and then we're gonna take a look at the whole like longer time frame. So we'll kind of zoom out and then zoom in. Yes, I like this idea. Well, we'll take a look at it. You know, a lot of Market Cipher, it also works on the daily and the weekly really well. It's the shorter time frames where you get a lot more of that crazy news stuff that can really mess up your day. Though I do think it was a good thing to come down because we were talking about the CME gap, you know, at 101. I think there might have been another one at what we saw at 97. Some people think we go 97, 95, 96. I have heard that from a couple of different people, including myself. I mentioned that yesterday. And it is still a possibility. The weekly still looks super good though, because it's just coming straight up. Like the gates are open on the weekly, and where we're currently at, it does look solid. Where are your blue lines at? Man, though, if you would have bought this on your weekly, those blue lines right there, at least that first one, second one, you would have probably pooped your pants a little bit on the on the weekly. You would have bought it at 97, and when it went down to 78,000, you would have pooped your pants a little bit. If you got that bottom candle, that last blue line, you would have been solid. And granted, where we're currently at right now, you would be up in profits. You would have to do like 2-3x leverage so you don't lose your ass. But yeah, you would have nailed that. You got blue line, Blue line. Boy, blue. Same, we bottomed. Well, if you did any of those ones, you would have been fine. You could just held on and waited for the action to come. Realistically, even with these ones where we currently are at, you could have still waited where the action came from. If you put your trade-ins right here, you'd be up now. I mean, you'd have been freaked out earlier. You could have put in right there, put in right there, put in right there. All right, I'm looking at the blue lines down here, and actually the candles. 1, 2, 3, and I'm following the vertical lines for anybody who's in here right now that doesn't know what I'm doing. And you could have put in on any of those. You would have been fine. That little bit of downtrend could have freaked you out, but if you're used to using this indicator on longer time frames, you would have been like, I can wait a couple weeks. Where did you find this indicator at, Mr. One? I'm trying to find, so like we're going back in the cycles, right? So now we're at the top of last cycle. I don't see red lines shooting up. Are you just saying like the red like is like hot? If you would have got out right there, you would have got out a little prematurely. You would have had, Bitcoin would have been at 33,000. You could have missed out 50% gains. I find it looks like it does a lot better in timing the bottoms than it does the tops. Though it we did get a red dot though on Market Cipher, but it didn't say we were coming down yet. It said we still have room to go. I guess technically, if you could have not instead of selling the red, but kind of let it trade sideways, you would have did fine. You could have got out in the yellow. That would have been really good if you could have caught the yellow. Market Cipher was saying like right here was the peak, which even here wasn't the peak. Try ETH. Though if you would have got in right here, that would have been a good spot to get in. And that agrees with Market Cipher right here. You got a green dot on the weekly. You would have got in right there and you would have been chilling. You would have just been chilling, man. Same thing back here. Now this is interesting. I really do like looking at other tools. This is a good explanation. So we get in right here. So this right here would have said you could have gotten and you could have made money. Market Cipher has a beat though, because Market Cipher said buy it right here at this green dot, which that was on the doji candle, and also it freaking nailed that. Nailed it. All right, we'll go to ETH. Wait, we need to check the other time frames out. You got me distracted. Yes, we'll do ETH, but we need to look at what we got going on with Bitcoin. What we got going on with Bitcoin. Okay. I'm gonna minimize this for a second. Where is this one at? We're gonna minimize it for a second. Is this minimization? I think so. Yeah, class. Okay. I don't know how to use it yet, so I don't want to give good ratings off it just yet. All right, weekly, we looking good. We looking good on the weekly. I've been actually looking at the 3-day. 3-day is getting close to topping. We haven't got there yet. I think we talked about the VWAP coming down below the zero line, making that little splash, and then we kind of get like a little kind of like thing on the wave where it wants to kind of curve over, but instead we kind of boost up and kind of do that. You know what I mean, jelly bean. We do have a red dot on the 2-day though, which is a bearish sign, but the VWAP's so mellow coming down. It's not like a sharp dip where it makes you feel like it's going to be hard. It's very gentle, almost like this. If you come almost right back up with a smooth trend, which would put us into it. And the question is now, is this the top? I'm a firm believer that I've said this the last couple of weeks, that I don't believe we'll get a Fed rate cut in June. I'm thinking July, August. And that's just me. And I've said that the last couple of weeks. And as we've progressed each month, we keep missing it. And then we keep missing the Fed rate cut. And then they lower the percentage of it the next month. And right now, I think there's only a 30% chance of getting one in June. And I'm willing to bet we won't get one in June. I'm thinking July, September. If we get one July and September, or July, August, you'll probably end up seeing one August, September, because that will line up with the bull run ending at the end of the year. You do the we'll do a 2-month run after that. You go August, September, you go October, November, boom, there it is. We end it. Bull run over. That's what I'm feeling, man. And do you think you're in agreement, one? You think we're gonna have a Fed rate cut not June but July, August? We got so the 2-day kind of bearish one day, not too bearish. We did get like the red dot, but we are coming down a little bit, which we kind of predicted that with I don't even know if you could say that's divergence, but we're kind of predicting that. I can just tell because that's what we were looking at. And the money flow is still solid green. The VWAP's just below the zero line, but it's very gentle, very almost something similar like this, where we kind of we can almost hang just below it and still end up moving, having upward action. You think no way it's in the summer? Yeah, this is Market Cipher. CryptoFace built it. He has like, I don't know how he did it, but when he talks about it, he says he put like, when he first got into trading, he used to have 4 monitors and he had to have trading view on each one. And trading view only allow you to have up to 3 on like the free trial. So he had trading view on each one, using all the different indicators to trade. And then he got tired one day and he figured out how to code with some other dude. And then they put all of them into 3. That way you can trade with just the free trial and that one indicator. It's actually pretty smart. That's something that I would probably do if I didn't have kids and played less video games when I was a kid. 12 hour, we still have some movement to the downside. VWAPs below. It's kind of like slower projection of what we were just looking at, you know, a little bit more drawn out. Time's kind of chilling. We still have a little bit of a bearish divergence though. A little bit of bearish divergence. I know the bearish divergence hasn't played out. I think and that will probably go down to 97. No one likes bearish news before we continue up. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We can move $10,000 in a day. Sure. $10,000 down one day and $10,000 back up day. 4 hour looking pretty good though. Like I said, man, like, okay, you know, I take it. This is where I've been having the difficulty of trying to trade today because I have like, I don't know, like 12 to 14 hours at work every day. And so I can trade the 1 hour to 4 hour time frames. But my problem is that they've been giving me mixed signals. Okay, I got to turn off the Market Cipher for a second. I can't see anything. So we got the 21. It's coming in with, actually, that's right where the CME is. But it's kind of curving down when the 50 is trying to catch up to it. Well, isn't it bearish side if the 21 goes through the 50 towards the downside? You're like, hey, that ain't good. And then you got the strength coming down. You're saying that we're overbought. And that, but the green wave's coming in, which as the green wave gets bigger, it's more volume being put on top of Bitcoin, which is good. I do think 97. I do. And I'd rather hit it now before and then go up. I think that'd be a more bullish sign. It's kind of, Jason Casper talks about that a lot, where he doesn't like when he longs, he likes to watch it come down. Like it shoots up and it comes down like halfway, bounces off, and that's where he puts his longs in to ride it up. He says that's more of a bullish signal for him. So we were saying 50's coming up, which is a good sign, but the 21's kind of plateauing, which is not the good sign. 200 coming up, which is a good sign. Strength coming down, same we're overbought. Money flow coming in. We kind of have an anchor trigger wave though. And we had an anchor trigger wave right here, which didn't play it out a little bit, but the VWAP's below the zero line still. We kind of need to come up. And it's like we got these mixed messages, and usually when we trade, we like to have like feel confident in ourselves. And like if I was going to put a trade in here, I'm not super confident in it. You know, we've been trading down. We got this doji candle, symbolizing trend reversals. Well, you're like, when's the reversal going to happen? Because we keep bleeding down. I'm tired of losing money. Oh, dude, I know. I was just reading some of it too. I wish I knew where you were reading your comments. I would go through and read some of them. You should tell me where you go, or I'll read them with you. So the 4 hours, see, that's my problem too with that 97K, is that we have a lot of indecision right now. So it's really hard to say, are we going to go to 115? Well, we just looked at the larger time frames. The weekly's bullish, but like, the 3 days kind of saying we're getting closer. The 2 day we have a red dot. The 1 day we have a red dot. The 12 hours like, we might be out of breath for a minute. The 1 hour is looking bearish. You know, we have doors are open, dude. If it was me, I would put a short in right now. And actually, maybe I should put a short in. But everything else looks like this. What's SWE look like? Maybe we put a short in on SWE real quick. Oh, Undo. Nah. SWE's already kind of played out a little bit. I think there's still a little bit more juice left to give, but I don't want to chase it. It's Crow at XRP. H bar. I want to find the same pattern that Bitcoin's lined up right now. Bitcoin is the more sweeter pattern of all of them. That's what I'm thinking, dude. That's what I'm thinking. I think a couple of days, even on the weekly time frame, we can give a little, like half a candle, and we'll be fine. We even still might be finished positive, dude. I might make a short trade on ETH. What do you guys think? Let's put a short in on ETH. I'm doing it right now. Just give me a second. I'm not a baller like you guys think I am, so it's not gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be crazy for me. We don't want to do combined. We're gonna do isolated. We don't want to do cross. We do isolated, combined. We're gonna do 10x leverage, short on ETH, and I'm putting $50 into the trade. Open short. All right, we'll check up on that in a couple minutes. Oh, dude, I just realized I did the 1 hour. Crap, I don't have time to be up for this. Well, shoot. I should have looked at my time frame. We'll see. I'll stay up for a couple more hours. That one might end up being a break even, a slight loss. We'll see where we're at. I don't want to stay up for 1 hour. Maybe I can put a trailing stop loss or something in there, take profits. I don't know. Yeah, I probably should have waited for the 12-minute to cool off before putting that in. 6 minutes says we're coming up. Yeah, I should have waited slightly. We'll probably come up a little bit before we go down. Dang it, I wasn't paying attention. God, distracted myself. The 1 hour is looking bearish though. Okay, that's how we're gonna get. That's where we got. Okay. All right, Picoin people top comments latest. I want to find the comments that you found. Are you at the Pi like actual page? Are this the page that I was following? This doesn't look right. This is not it. This only has 400 people. Picoin. I don't know. News. Picoin. Well, you can't see what I'm looking at. Sorry. We'll throw it. We'll go find on Twitter. All right. Picoin. It's the crapper. Picoin. Dumps. Latest top. 55 minutes ago, Picoin, such a pump and dump. Oh, dude, you know what? How's Matcha doing? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm like ADD right now. Ohm. Is Ohm still alive? It's in the top 150. It actually rallied up yesterday, didn't it? Yeah, it went up to 51 cents. Dang, I knew I should have shorted it. It's at 42 right now. I don't know what's worse, Picoin or Mantra. That's pretty bad. Picoin is such a pump and dump, but twice is too much. I know, dude, it dumped twice. Keep this Whale's wallet address on your radar. Pi crashed by selling 100,000 Pi that's previously accumulated. Like, he must mean 100 million, because 100,000 I don't feel like is enough to dump it. Maybe not. Maybe it's 100,000. 1.3 million Pi when prices were low. Currently holds 1.8 million Pi. I think it wasn't Ohm 14, like rank 14. It was like a 9 billion market cap. Yeah, its current market rating is 142. Ohm. Oh, 150. It's 150 right now. Still has 400 million market cap, which, more power to them. I don't like anyone losing money. They could come back. They could come back with $400 million. That's a lot. That's more than enough to make a project. Yeah. Well, it did get rugged real hard. I don't know if it was top 14, but I think it was above 20 at being at 9 billion market cap. What do we have right now that's 9 billion in the top 10? I wish I could see top 10 by market cap. How much is XPX? Wow. See, Ohm has just a little less than SPX, 6,900 currently. Where the frick is the top 10? How much is ADA? No, ADA is like 33 billion. What would be the next smallest? Oh, I can just look right there. Derp. Okay, so Tron's number 10. Tron's at 25 billion, so it's not a top 10, obviously. You can't scroll down anymore. Oh, yeah, you can. Here you go. Oh, here you go. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess it was a 14. Yeah, to be placed 14 with Stellar, Lumens, and Shiba. They both have 9 billion market cap right now. So Ohm was, or Mantra was at top 14, 15 market cap. That's crazy. Gosh, that's crazy. And you know, you knew it was probably a scam when a coin like that comes out of nowhere in like 6 months is like a top 15 thing, like Picoin. You know, it all shot up there. You know, like Hedera has put in their grind. I'm a huge H-bar guy. I have my Herdy over there. They put in a lot of grind. I know Avalanche just stuck it out. The Avalanche should be way above where they're currently at. I think they're actually underperforming, but they still stuck it out in the top 13. Stellar, Lumen's been around. Shiba's been around. Shiba's actually above Hedera. That's kind of surprising. Hyperliquid, I hear a lot of good things about. I don't know much about them besides they're a DeFi ran protocol. They're number 17. I think 10 coins belongs in there. Tron's been around. Sui, I think Sui is the only one from this generation that's in close to top 10. Did you know Sui? It's top 11th place, and to get it, Sui's a 13 billion market cap, and to catch up to Tron and take the 10th, be a top 10, it needs double the market cap it currently has, which is pretty crazy. 26 billion. Some guy put 1 million and is down 10K. Is that you talking about Mantra? I think I saw that. SHIB is re-announced. What do you mean by that? I thought SHIB was still doing its thing, like still growing. Dude, Dogecoin. Oh my gosh, a 34 billion market cap. That's wild. So anything new besides the Sui? Hyperliquid, I guess, is new. Is Tencoin this? Did Tencoin came out in the last like 2 years, right? It's still this market, right? Yeah, that guy shouldn't have put $1 million into one project. That was a bad investment, especially for RWA. I like Red Swan on Hedera Network. They actually are doing it, I think, right with making it security and all that other stuff, going through the rules. Yeah, so okay, so Ton's like what, 2 years old, so that's a new coin. Where are we at? I got distracted reading comments again. Like, I'll just show you what I'm looking at. So we got top 10, Bitcoin, ETH, Tether. We don't count Tether, XRP, BNB, Solana, USDC. You know what's interesting? If you don't count the Tether or a stablecoin, technically Sui would be a top 9 project. But it's interesting. Sui is at almost 13 billion market cap, and to beat Tron is a 26 million market cap. That's a pretty big gap, considering that Tron and Cardano are relatively close. But from Dogecoin to Solana, that's so funny. The next one below Solana is Dogecoin. I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. What's that, Nesquick? So the next one below Dogecoin, Solana, and almost a 60 billion market cap. That's great. Tron, 26 billion. So anyways, we were looking at Sui is from this market, Hyperliquid from this market, Tencoins from this market, any of the OGs, High Networks from this market. But I guess you could say 10. Oh, can you say Picoins from this market, or can you say it's from the last market, because they started existing last market technically? Pepe came out, I think at the end of last market. Like it was weird. It was like 3 or 4 months after the bull run, because Pepe's been around for 3 years now, 3.5 years. I don't know what Athena is. I've heard of Athena. I don't know what it is. This is also, if it's I don't know what this is. I think this could be this market, but this kind of has me worried. I don't know enough about it. I wouldn't buy it because I don't know enough about it. Is it just a oh, it's a stable coin. Okay, there you go. Athena, what's it stabling of? Is that wow, it's top 27 stable coin. Obviously, it's probably used for Ether, right? I'm assuming, but why not use Tether? Let's go! Why not use Tether? BitTensor, Uniswap, DAI, Aptos came out last market. I think the next would be Ondo. Ondo is like at this market. That's been pretty good too. I think Casper came out the end of last market when because it got really popular when Ether went from proof of work to proof of stake, and then Trump and whatever. All previously Matic, dude. I feel like anything that you have to say like previously Matic, previously FTM, like that's just not like a good view. You know, I would just change the name and just leave it like that. I wouldn't want it, no ticker, nothing attached to it. It is what it is. The people who are really big into it will be able to find it. Protocol. I don't know what Story is. Let me bring up Story because I heard that Virtuals had some sort of connection with Story. But I don't know. I don't know. I have this fear that I'm gonna accidentally click end the live button by accident while I'm trying to look at stuff. Okay. We were looking at ETH. We were going to go look at ETH, and we were going to try your tool out on Ether. You know, I just realized I have a tool open in 2 different spots. I did not notice that before. I can close one of those out, I guess. We'll close this one out, and we're going to expand this one. Ether. Come on, ETH. Oh, man. I mean, that's the god candle if you ever seen one in Ether. Look at that in the weekly, dude. Just go. It eats like a freaking previous 4 or 5 candles. Strength coming up. Red lines. I'm technically saying we're over bot at the second, but I think it's a little irrelevant. You could say that. You know, it doesn't quite make sense. VWAP's way above the 0 line, which is a great sign. Red coming up, money flow coming up. Weekly super bullish on ETH. The 3-day, super bullish. Way more bullish on the 3-day than I am on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was not super bullish on the 3-day. 2-day, because Bitcoin we had the red dot. Remember? Oh, here's the red lines. We were talking about these earlier. Red lines, does that mean that we're overbought, right? Yeah. But see how they're coming down? Like my VWAP saying that we're gonna splash below the 0 line, and it's gonna be like a false positive. So we might get like 1-2 candles, but we're gonna continue up. So can that invalidate the red boxes or no? Because that's what I'm thinking is gonna end up happening. Strength coming up, saying we're oversold still. VWAP's coming down, which is technically a bearish sign, but at the angle it's coming down. It's not sharp, so it's gonna be a book. And we got the red lines, red wave getting smaller and smaller and smaller, which is money flow coming in. So between here and here, we're gonna be bullish. So I don't think these will play out. Like, yes, I think you could short it and you might make a little bit. Maybe like Ether could go to, I don't know, I'm making numbers up right now, like 2350. Ether, I didn't even know her. My gosh. Also with Ether is that we got the 21 curving up pretty hard on the 52, which is gonna be a bullish sign. And when these two start pulling up and we start crossing all the other time frames, that's gonna be bullish on the 2-day. 1 day is like screaming, like get the freak out, which is funny because right before it was like long. You have like, okay, long, okay, get out. You could say technically these red boxes, then you could say take 10% profit on each red box that you see. Now we have a real good curved top. I would be anxious about this, but look at the 21. We're still ripping through all the time frames, and I think we only will go down a little bit. Even the VWAP on the market cipher is just chilling. It's not going down hard. Green wave coming in, so thick, like a dodo wave. This is what I'm thinking we're gonna have. We have like this really thick top right here, and then we're gonna have a fake out, and we're gonna keep going like on the larger time frames. I'm looking at the blue boxes. I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming. I'm also looking at the red boxes, seeing what I do. Cause seeing these red boxes, I would say that the odds of us getting out is being invalidated by this 21 just ripping through it. I could say we could keep ripping too. We could start mellowing out though, like that. Green wave coming in, money flow going down. But this little wave thingy says we're gonna start coming down. But maybe we want to come down a little bit. And the blue box had put a long in right here, and it would have played out. You would have waited. If you were patient, you only had to wait a week and a half. Ether is crazy heated, bro. Did you not see those like god candles that we had? It's freaking ripped, bro. And on the 4 hour, we got bearish divergence. Trent will disagree with me because he's saying I'm cutting into the candle, but I'm gonna say I don't care. Watch me, just cut into it. That's the trend I see. I think looks bearish to me. On the 4 hour. 21 plateauing. And it's gonna get close to the 50. We cross the 50, negative territory. The 1 hour, I made a short. I still stand by that call, especially with the 5 minute looking or the 1 hour with only 5 minutes left. I still feeling like we're gonna come down, but I'm down in my trade because I was not paying attention to the 1 hour. I thought I was looking at the 24 to 12 minute to get that real good juicy bottom, but whoops. 24 minute doji candle, almost like a sign of like a trend reversal. It wants to switch your Rooney. Strength kind of curving, kind of oversold. VWAP coming up. Man, I'm gonna be in some pain for the next 45 minutes. Sheesh. I wish I saw that before I put my trade in. I still stand by the 1 hour though. Unless this turns into a trigger wave. Alright, that'd be kind of bad. That could be kind of bad. But I think we'll probably at least come down a little farther. I think I can make money on this if I'm awake long enough. Yeah, I should have fit the short end right here. My problem is all day is that none of these were playing out. Well, they weren't playing out for me. It looks like they've been playing out now. Could have put the long in right there. That would have been a bitchin' long. That would have been a great long for that blue line. You would have beat it just before that green dot too on market cipher. That could have been a really good long. But you would have had the curvature. So yes, you didn't quite get it, the green dot to right here, but you had the VWAP curving up, and you were saying you oversold the slight. You would have plateaued right there, but before this candle closed, you would have seen the curvature. Yeah, that could have been a good call. Could have been a good call. But if you got in right here, it's hard to tell when that last blue candle is. You would have been in right here, which wouldn't have been as good of call, and you might have been better off just waiting for the market cipher. Then you had these two right here. It would still not have been bad. You still would have made money. Every single one of these, if you waited long enough, you would have made money. Lower leverage, I think you'd have been doing great. You've been kicking ass and taking names on this lower leverage stuff with your blue boxes. Even right here, the blue boxes, you could have just chilled. It would have been like, oh, I'm even, but I don't know if I want to get out yet. And you kind of go down. Then you go, whoop, there's my money. Now you can get out. You've been watching the yellow wave plateau, get flat. You can see it's getting heated, it's getting heated, it's getting heated, it's getting heated, almost flat, get out. On the 6 minute. Here we go, the 6 minute. Guys, this is important. I know I'm on the 6 minute, but I'm in a trade right now. So we're just real timing this. 21's crossing all the other time zones. Okay, that's a good sign. VWAP wants to come down. Even your thing, it says we're kind of come down. Actually, VWAP's still kind of curving up just slightly. And that's kind of curving up slightly. I think we're okay. I think I'll make money on this trade. I don't know how much money, but I think we can make some money on it. Hey, there's a green dot right there. We don't like green dots when we're in a trade. But even your thingy saying, well, too hot. Your thingy, right? Am I reading this right? So you tell me, because I'm in this trade. I'm about to be in profits. I'm trying to decide if we should keep saying it. So if this is turning orangey red, I should feel confident that this green dot's not gonna play out, right? That's what you're telling me. Because all the other previous green dots, they did pretty good. So this one, I should be hoping for. It's like I don't know, man. Like something like this. That way it goes down a little bit. I'm a little nervous about this. We have a minute till this minute and a half closes. I'm getting cold feet. Do I stay in? Do I not stay in? Now I could stay in, probably make money because the 1 hour is super bearish. But I don't know if I'm going to be up. When I say 1 hour, I'm going to be up for an hour. But I don't know if I have time to wait 2-3 hours before the candle closes. Right where I like it, you know. I'm about break even right now. But it's okay. All fun and games. Okay, what's something else we should... It's a small cool off cap. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. We could cool off a little bit. Cool off a little bit. That's what happened. Hopefully we got 55 seconds. You guys want to hang out with us for a second? We got 55 seconds to figure out if this green dot's going to close. And we're going to figure out if it's going to disappear. If it disappears, we're doing pretty good. If it doesn't disappear, I'll be a little nervous. Not going to lie. Because, you know, I have like a whole lot of money on this trade right now. It's not crazy amount actually, but we got 30 seconds left. Is it going to close? Guys, what do you think? We got 30 seconds left. Can you watch it close on the 6 minute? Can't watch it close on the 6 minute. We can do it. It looks like it's starting to run out of steam though. The 6 minute. What do we got going on the 2 minute? 2 minutes says we could keep going down. Okay, see, look at that. We can keep going down. Wow, look at those red ones. Whew. That is crazy. Which is really interesting. Wait, I got distracted. 1 second. Okay, we're closing. Okay, we're going back up to the 12 minute. Well, the 2 minute. I'm going to come back. 12 minute. 12 hour. No, not 12 hour. And it confirmed. I think it did confirm. Any day now. Come on, man. Come on, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. It did confirm. No! Fiddlesticks. You see that? It confirmed. But it might be like a quick little fake out. And that's what we're going to hope for. We're hoping for like 4 candles up and a dump. That's what your thing says. Your thing says it's coming down. We're going to say that that's what's going to happen. Anyways, we're going back to the 2 minute. So we got these big red lines. And you saying red lines are usually saying we're over... Oh, what's up, Daniel? It's crack-a-lackin', man. Dude, Daniel, you don't have to tell me, bro. I tried swing trading today, and it was a very brutal day. Like, I didn't lose a lot. I finished it about even, but there was a couple times today in my 12 hours of trading, I was like, okay, I'm turning on music and some podcasts, and I'm listening to Joe Rogan, and I'm going to touch grass because I'm like... signals were so mixed messagey and sloshy, and I just wanted to trade because it keeps my day excitinger. But man, it was a pain in the ass whooping. So right now, the one showed me to use the BBWP indicator, and it's a free indicator. Mine's paid indicator, and I'm trying to figure out how to use it. Dude, I did pretty good. I closed my Trump trade out yesterday in profit. I did pretty good on that. I think I closed it out last night at 4%, which is better than the previous day at 1% because, you know, I was like, whatever. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm not babying it. I don't use stop losses very often. But yeah, dude, it was a pretty bad dip, bro. I was trading Picoin and I put a short in, and the one might laugh because I crushed it, dude. Like, it was weird. I did click. I clicked the button. I looked away and I looked back like this, and I was up 20%. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening, but close. I closed it and I went, and I was like, okay, what is happening right now? And I looked at the charts. Like, okay, well, it says it's going down. Everything is pointing to it going down. I'm like, I like this. I think I'm gonna re-enter a short. So I re-entered the short. I went like this. I looked back at my charts. I looked back at my phone. I looked down. I'm down 22%. What the hell? I look back at the charts. I look back at my phone. I'm down 23%. I look back at the charts. I look back at my phone. I'm like, why is it saying that we're going down on every time frame, but my phone says now I'm down 23%. I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, I'm gonna get liquidated. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And you know what I'm gonna sum it up to? I think there was a low liquidity pair. Don't know what was going on, but I ended up closing out almost pretty quickly after that because I didn't want to get liquidated, and I was very concerned with the low liquidity of it jumping 20% like this, and literally that time. So I was like, you know what? Take a small loss. It's whatever. Don't touch Picoin. Picoin, dangerous coin. We don't touch Picoin. If you have it for free, freaking great. Don't touch Picoin because the low liquidity was not my favorite thing to deal with. It kind of stressed me out. And I was pissed because I've been trading my bag back up because I had 2 liquidations previously last week. And I set those and forgot about them. And so, you know, hindsight, use stop losses. That's why I'm really paranoid about watching it. But I'm almost back up to where I was at. And I had a huge wins this week. Literally, like, you know, when ETH ran from, where were we at the beginning of this week? Actually, you know what? I actually traded SWI, so I'll show you on SWI. No, it was Cardano. Okay, where are we at? 1 hour, 2 days. I literally put a trade in on Cardano, like right here. And I rode that sucker all the way up, dude. I closed it. It was like one of the best trades I had in like a while. And I was like, dude, I freaking crushed that trade. And I got all my gains back almost in that one move from my 2 liquidations. Yeah, dude, I have it. I actually still have it on my chart right down here. It's right here. You longed the other day, was underwater, but I held and ended up taking. You ended up taking 1.5K profit, and then yesterday you re-entered. Now you're down 800. Oh, frick, man. That is brutal. That's my problem too. So it's like I've been trying to read these waves. I'm like, dude, we get a green dot and we shoot down. We get a green dot and then we're like, we're good. And now we got a red dot and we're going down. That was my problem. I haven't been able to figure out what's going on. So I'm like, that's where I was like, I'm just gonna like sit back, let like the charts play out, and I'll come back in like a day. Oh, dude, so you crushed it then. You made money. Woo! That was an anxious move, man. That was like a coin toss. I remember looking at it and I'm like, I don't know what I don't know, but ETH ripped. So I think because ETH ripped, your coin ripped. You know? Now we're like at a bottom. Why are you trading this? What is this coin? It's not even that old. I don't think. I'm gonna remove some of these charts. What is this coin? Yeah, it's not that old. What is this? This is something that this is like is the same age as Picoin. Like it's not been around. It's been around for like 2 months. You know what? I forgot I did turn off market size for A. I like A. I'm gonna take a break from DBSI though. I don't need that. I gotta modify A because I don't need a lot of stuff that gets in my way because I kind of I know I'm looking at. We could be in a fake out right now. Could be. VWAP is below the 0 line, but if we go off the one, where are you? So what should he do with your chart? If you were in his position and he was under, and he's about your little thingy is like very at the, I would say at the 0 line on your chart, or just below. I guess it's just below the 0 line. What do you think you should do? You think you should hold on the 12 hour, the daily? So the daily is showing blue. What blue means? Sell. Right? So going off of yours, he should get out. Going off of mine, things I don't like is the strengths coming down, saying the red line saying we're overbought, and we start getting these mixed signals on a nice round wave like how we got. Red, green, red, green, red, green. I feel like that indecision saying like we're getting pretty close to the top. He said it works great on the hourly. Well, this is the 12 hourly. But then you blew the way down here. Is blue? Blue means buy, right? Blue means buy. Daniel, it's okay. You might be in good. I don't know. The VWAP is below the 0 line, and it still hasn't plateaued. You know, like over here, you can see it below the 0 line, and we plateau right here. And once we plateaued, we kind of get a little bit to the side, and we kind of, you know, you can see how it played out. So I would predict we'd get another, you'll probably be underwater for at least another 12 hours before you kind of get like a little break. And you might get some wicks coming up to help you to really decide. He's saying 1 hour, so we're going to go the 1 hour, okay? Now, I don't really like the 1 hour because I've been getting effed on the 1 hour all day today. And I would say you're looking good because I feel like I don't like that we're thick in the red and the VWAP is below the 0, but it does look like this on my side of things. The VWAP is coming up. Strength's at like an all-time low. We're at 4. It's saying we're oversold at a 5. We're at some sort of support key levels right here. Though we are really hot because we don't usually get this high. And I feel like blue wave's so thick. I don't think we'll get a smooth... Where's my paint pen? I don't think we'll get a smooth wave like that. I don't think that. I think we'll probably end up getting something more like... Because my reasoning behind it is we're below the 60 and 72, so we'll probably get like a little breather and kind of bounce. I'm trying to do a paint pen. And maybe do something like that. Maybe. Something along those lines. Like not, it kind of went chalky going down, and we might get chalky going up. Oh, crack my neck, guys. I gotta go to the chiropractor. The good news is you do have the CME gap up here. Like you had this one over here. We dropped down, we came up and filled it. We stayed up high, it came down. Maybe we'll come up and fill it. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. And his blue thingy right here is saying we haven't topped out yet. And it goes green, green, green. So your greens, even though it was going up right here, it's coming down right here. Is that divergence? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how to read your chart. It's still news to me. What's your re-entry on it? What's your entry at? You're at 20. I'm gonna say 20. You took profits, so you probably took it over here. You probably re-entered right here. I'm gonna say you're at 21,871. Is that where you got in at? 21. Dude, I was freaking close, dog. You see that? I almost called that. You got in right around here. And you longed it? Yeah, you longed it. You probably got in right here on these candles on the 1 hour. Oof. Yeah, dude. You know, in your defense, it did look like a pretty good trade because you would have had an anchor wave, trigger wave, or trigger wave right here. You could have trigger, and you had the VWAP curving up, and I wouldn't have predicted like a little divot like that. You do okay. I do have some good news for you that maybe. You are in the overbought. Strength is coming down though, but right here, and you looked at the previous one, it looked like it was coming up. But you got this funny pattern. I think I've seen this pattern before on Bitcoin. Okay, you go like a ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. Okay, we're kind of slightly in a downtrend, but you see this pattern, which is also showing you in a downtrend. Okay, so this might be your only hope. Also, we have the CME gap. Where are you at, Bitcoin? Because this is the only place I recognize pattern. You also have a ching chong, ching chong, ching. Hey, interesting. Are we ching chonging right now? We go the 4 out. Was it on the oops paint pen? Sorry guys, sorry. I think we ching chong chinged before. Right, was it right here? Here's a ching chong ching almost. I kind of like. I'm gonna use a larger time frame. I think. No, I think it is the 4 hour. Ching chong chinged on. Okay. Maybe it's a 6. So right here we have like this ching chong ching chong ching. So it looks like we could rip. Maybe. Frick, why not? I guess. I don't know the difference though. I guess we have a lot more action above the 0 line compared to your coin. Your coin is a lot more ching chonging. No, it is above. See, you are ching chonging above. 1 the 4 hour, 1 ching, 2 ching, 3 ching, 4 chong. And this is where we're at right now. VWAP, green line, that. Okay. I need to figure out how to take a picture on here instead of using my phone. That way I can jump back and forth and view it better. The money flow is coming in. This last ching before we popped, we did get a trigger wave. VWAP was heavy down. We were on the green. Strength was kind of negative. Ching. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. Ching chong, ching chong, ching. This is kind of a deeper ching. But if it slowly kind of curls over. Wait. The good thing we do have, it does look pretty similar. It does. You guys can't deny it. If this was a tighter trigger wave, it would be like the exact same thing we would be looking at. Okay, we'd have the VWAP below it, the green coming in, the red strength just slightly coming down, and this turning a trigger wave. You need this Bitcoin to play with you is what you need. You need Bitcoin to play ball. 21.50. I think if Bitcoin plays ball with you, you might be able to hit that ching chong. Even the 21 to 50, they got real effing tight. It is very similar, guys. Stop taking a shit, Bitcoin. Wait. Oh, I know. I was like, wait, I'm not shitting on Bitcoin. I know, right? It needs to stop. Where are we at, man? So we ching chong, and we have, see, like this anchor trigger wave is a lot smaller than yours. Yours is a little bit more deep, but it almost looks something like this, where like I can't point my finger, right around here. You see how there's a thicker light blue line and it cuts over, or like this one, but that's not irrelevant because we're on the same area. But you over here, you need a tight trigger wave. Where you in the 21 is real close to the 50, which kind of gives you that scare, and then it snaps. Okay, now I want to go take a look one more time at your coin, and then I don't want that. I'll turn DBI out. DBIS. And you know, that's not a guarantee that we found another pattern that can play out. Because you know, like Crypto Life always says, it's a 68% chance it's going to play out. So even though we have the same scenario, the odds, if it does play out, looks healthy, very good growth. If it doesn't, you know, it doesn't, then it doesn't. Yeah, turn off A. A is, you do got the CME gap going for you too. And the 21 and the 50 are getting pretty close. Pretty close, man. What snaps? Oh, all of our market side for A's videos. You guys are making me go crazy looking at these two charts, trying to find the similarities. I'm pretty sure everybody else that's in this shit in here watching me is probably like, guys, go find something else to look at. We don't hear about you ching-chonging. Well, these were a lot tighter though before it snapped, I think. They were pretty tight. And Bitcoin, where we at in Bitcoin? Bitcoin's kind of not in the greatest shape right now. But okay, just FYI, we did go enter the ETH. Hey, I closed that trade out one because I didn't want to be. I guess I should have looked at my chart, but I didn't want to fart around with it. So I closed that at 1.5% gain profit. I'm sure it's going to play out over the 1 hour, but I don't want to stay up for another 3 or 4 hours. I don't got that type of energy in me anymore. You know, as you get older and older and older, it feels like it leaves you slowly. Man, I don't know, dude. If I was in your Axie trade, I would be nervous. Just because everything else looks not super great. You know, ETH looks like it's going to have more downside, and so is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a lot more downside than ETH. You got CME gap coming up, but hey, this could be your saving grace though. So we got the ching chong. Yeah, a lot of ching chong in right over here on the 24-minute, but you do have a green dot, a big green dot, and a second green dot marking a bottom. Potential bottom. Could be a potential bottom. You got one's indicator saying we're still going up. We almost are getting like a rounded bottom. We need a couple more sideways trades and we can get that rounded bottom like move. So which will also fill the gap. And the good side about where we're at, it's good bad. That 21's already crossed the 50. So you crossed right here, you knew we were gonna have downward action for a minute. And we got that. We don't have bullish divergence. But hopefully this could be a bottom. Yeah, dude. It's a toughie though, because the 24-minute, the 21 crossed a while ago. But on the 1 hour time frame, the 21 just crossed like 5 hours ago. Oof. Oh man, that's bad. I'm thinking right now, if I was you, I don't know, man. The 21's looking bearish. So this is my struggle. I've had this problem all day where like I'll see stuff that shows signals of the trend ending, but then I'll play that and then the 21 EMA outruled me and continued more downward action. How much we got left? 39 minutes. If I was you, I'd stay awake and see if this candle prints even. If you could print an even candle and start creating that flat bottom, you'll be looking in that a more comfortable position. It's either going to start recovering or you'll have a sharp drop down, and at that point you'll be able to see it, more signs of it coming. I hope I made everybody yawn right there. Dude, I've been stuck at 158 subscribers for like a week and it's been driving me nuts. What's ETH doing? You never did say, Daniel, where you found that coin. I'm really curious where you found it. Ether. I still think it could come down more. Well, you know what's interesting is this is a CME gap right here. We shot up, we came down. I think we filled it now. I would say we filled it. We wicked it 3 times. Yeah, we filled it. I switched off the Heiken Ashi. Yeah, this candle right here filled it. Wow, this candle almost filled it, but this one did fill it right here. Where'd you find it though? Who told you about it? Or did you just find it on your own? Looks like a Becker coin. But I have absolutely no idea. I hear Talbot is going to be a good AI coin. BTC touch now bounce off. I don't know, man. Ether 21's coming closer to the 52. It's bearish. That's a bearish sign. But if we get an anchor trigger wave with the VWAP pushing up, this is where I don't have enough experience to tell you with Market Cipher if Market Cipher's signals, which one's stronger, the blue oscillator waves or the moving averages. I feel like the moving averages, right? I don't know. So this is all something I was talking about today. Crypto banter. Oh, which banter? Rand Nooner or the other one? I think you were telling me about the other one. I've been listening to you, the one that told me about Encash. I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately. He's pretty good. He's more, it's something nice to play in the background. Where were we on total? It was just such weird choppy phases, you know. Back, I was just talking to you about one. But I don't remember what I asked you a question. But I can't remember what it was. Dude, Picoin's down 32% for the day. Frick, dude. Just dropping. So okay, give me this question right here. One. With Picoin, its market cap was like $9 billion or something. I might have even been higher than that. It might have been like let's say 18 billion. What's it at right now? I'm gonna math it out. It launched at, or it went to $2.50. So if it's at 6 billion, so it was at 18 billion. How did it get that much liquidity? Where did that money come from? You know what I mean? Like that, I don't quite understand. Like who was all like, who funded this project and was like, hey, let's go get billions of projects and scam them and take the money and run? Like who evaluated this company and valued this much? Bitcoin ching chong ching. Ah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't think that ching chong ching's gonna play out. I'm really nervous about that one, just because the VWAP. I mean, not VWAP, but the freaking blue wave. It doesn't look like a trigger wave. And how this VWAP's coming, it almost looks like it could be used as a springboard to go down more. Good news is it is going to bounce up, it looks like. You have some sort of bullish divergence right here. You need the 6 minute to play out. Slight bullish divergence, but bullish divergence none the same. Yes, where did they get the liquidity from? That's where I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what? I'm gonna look this up tomorrow for our live show. I'm gonna come up with some more information on Picoin. I may not come up with anything, but we'll find out. Oh, I remember I was gonna tell you. I closed my trade out on ETH. I looked back and I was up. I closed it at 1.5%, and I only did it because you might laugh at me. Hey, 3% a day from $100 at the end of the year will get you 100 grand. I only closed it out because I'm not going to stay up all night watching it. And I think it's going to come down more. I wouldn't be surprised to see. Oh, wait, I'm not Bitcoin. We won't be surprised if we could see ETH come down to like 2,400. Okay. We filled this, or filled the CME gap. I think actually we just filled it. This one closed. We came down. We came back up and filled it. I think we're all caught up. But I closed it. I just want to let you know. In profit, a little profit. Take the win. Today was a rough day. I'm not down too much right now. I'm down like 4% for the day. So if I can make another 4% on a trade, I'd break even from where I started. What time is it? 8:30. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm freaking tired, and whatever you saying, bro. Money is money. Anytime you're up, a win is a win. It is true, man. Win's a win. I take those. It's not like one of my crazy ones, but hey, I'm liking it, man. I'm getting better at it, dude. That's one of the things like I do in my truck. You know, I think I told you guys I drive for a living, and I like looking at the charts, man. I like studying. I like hearing about it. I feel like it keeps me competitive. And you know, dude, I was an avid gamer, bro. Like I went back when I was a teenager. Halo 2, Call of Duty, dude, were my shit, bro. I was like working on getting sponsored from MLG and get like mass money getting paid, and girlfriend problems happened. But dude, I could crush it at Call of Duty, dude. I'm wicked good. Even to this day, bro, I could pick up any of the Call of Duties and be wicked good. And same with Halo. It's my thing. Like I'm like with that kid who, I got some funny stories to tell you, and then I'm gonna have to get off. Okay, so I broke my arm one time, bro, breakdancing, and they cast it, and they said I had to keep my left arm in the air for 3 days. I couldn't put it down. I had to sleep like this, like standing up, because when they cast, they put in like this. I effed it up so bad, and when they casted it, it was like in like a cast that's cut in half, like a splint almost. And if I brought my arm down, the swelling from all the blood coming back into my arm would cause my arm to pop, and like I'd lose my arm or whatever. So, but I was like an avid gamer, bro. I was like, dude, I gotta get my fix in, you know. I gotta go kill people. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And I played with my chin, man. I remember running around like this playing games, and what I did, and like this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, or the first Modern Warfare. And I remember I take dual P90s, rapid fire, and akimbo those bad boys, so I didn't have to aim. You know, just click, you just shoot a crap load, dude. So I'd run around with my chin, dude, and I'd wait, and I just hold the trigger, and I just kind of run to my my bullets would out, or I could hit the X with this controller, dude. I'd still win the free for all matches, bro. That's how freaking badass I was good at it. My reaction time. Halo 2, man. Halo 2 was awesome. I miss that game, dude. Do you guys game? Are you guys ever avid gamers back in the day? I like I was looking at Halo action figures today. You guys think I nerd out, man. Hey, I'll show you guys. I'm a nerd, man. I'll show you. If you haven't seen it before, you guys might have seen it already. Yeah, buddy. I like nerding out, man. Oh, shoot, I almost dropped my... That's never chasing my face. Freaking... Do it together. Yeah, dog. My thing, man. I could Halo it up all day. Money is money. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me on another live stream. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to look into Picoin for you, try to figure out where the liquidity came from. Hey, we did a positive trade today. Money is money. Did it break the bank? And so it's a good day. I wish you the best of luck, Daniel, in your trade. Hopefully we'll figure out the future tomorrow. So we'll join us and we'll do another deep dive on your coin if you're still here. Thank you, one, for always being so supportive of the channel and always jumping in. And did I forget anybody in the chat? Oh, the chat. Yeah, I could see the chat through my helmet because that's how cool it is. Nope, I think that's it. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. Have a great night. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Get us past 158 because that'll be awesome. Because I don't like being stuck there. All right, have a good night.